Hey guys, it's Mike Chen, and today I am heading to London. Last time I was there, I found some amazing, really interesting food spots I really wanted to go to. Definitely did not have enough time. That's why I'm going back. And in this video, I'm going to an all-you-can-eat cake buffet. Also, I'm gonna check out the Japanese ramen scene in London. And before heading off to do that, a big thank you and shout out to the sponsor of this video, Tokyo Treat and Sakurako. Sakurako first. And the theme of this box, of course, Autumn Moon Festival. And inside every Sakurako box, you get a booklet explaining to you what every single snack you're eating is, where they're from, little tidbits about Japan, some history about the snack makers themselves, and some of them have been making snacks for over 100 years. Inside, chocolate cream pie. This is really cute. Rabbit in the moon. Pink rabbit marshmallow. Mochi will look like sesame paste inside. And a kitchen item. And this month, rabbit saucer plate. Tea for this month is Hokkaido Genmai. This is just too cute. Pink marshmallow bunny. Whoa. This bunny's got strawberry jam inside. And with each box of Sakurako, you'll get 20 authentic, traditional, artisanal Japanese snacks and teas, and of course a tableware item. And these are all sourced from local snack makers in Japan and delivered to wherever you are in the world. And with Tokyo Treat, this month's theme is Moon Festival Snacking. And Tokyo Treat focuses on popular, limited edition seasonal snacks, again sourced locally in Japan, like chestnut Kit Kats. It tastes like autumn. I love there's always a ramen in there, and this month, Tsukimi Udon. I love the ramen. So the biggest difference between the two boxes, Sakurako, more traditional, authentic, artisanal. Tokyo Treat, more pop culture, exclusive, limited edition. You're basically getting a taste of Japan from the comforts of your own home. And I love the mission of this company, which is to promote traditional Japanese culture through the medium of snacking, and honestly, learning about culture through food is just the best way to do it. Also, you're getting a lot of cool and fun information in these booklets. So you're not just feeding this, you're also feeding this. So if you want to give it a try, go to my link down below. Use my promo code Mikey. You'll get $5 off your first Sakurako box, or $5 off your first Tokyo Treat box. All right, I'm gonna finish this, and then we'll go check out the ramen scene in London. Hi, welcome to London. Meal number one, all-you-can-eat cakes. And where I'm at is a bakery called Jack's and Beyond. This is a very popular bakery known for their cakes, and they've been doing all-you-can-eat cakes since they opened in 2019. So you sit down, you get a menu, there's 7 cakes on there, 6 cakes remain the same. The 7th one is a seasonal flavor. And today I get to choose from red velvet frosted Victoria sponge, choco peanut butter banana, that's the vegan option, cheesecake crumble, carrot and cinnamon, lemon and elderflower, and the seasonal is lemon meringue. Never had a cake buffet before. It should be fun. By the way, temperature here in London, absolutely perfect on a sunny afternoon, a little windy. Perfect to sit outside and eat some cake. So first 3 slices I got, red velvet, frosted Victoria sponge, and cocoa peanut butter banana. So this is the frosted Victoria sponge. How they describe it is a true tea time classic, fluffy vanilla sponge paired with fruity sharpness, raspberry jam right there in the middle, mascarpone and cream cheese vanilla frosting. You can already see how airy the cake is. Oh, this is so good. And of course, pair it with some English tea. I don't eat cake often, so I was a little afraid that it might be too dense or too much. This cake is absolutely perfect. It's spongy, the frosting incredibly creamy, with a nice fruity kick from the raspberry jam. Now look at this frosting. Usually I try to avoid frosting as much as I can. Not here, my frosting is incredible. Next is the red velvet with light vanilla cream cheese frosting. Oh my gosh, this cuts so easily. That is a light, fluffy, moist piece of cake. The frosting is creamy and as light as the cake. And I think little freeze-dried raspberries on top as well. This is one of the best red velvet cakes I've ever had. This is so freaking good. I've never had red velvet cake this light before. This is the choco peanut butter banana. So it's vegan banana sponge covered with chocolate peanut butter frosting. This one looks like a decadent piece of cake. Yeah, it's definitely more dense than the other cakes. Cake itself, way more dense. The texture sort of reminds me of banana bread. The frosting is delightfully creamy. I like chocolate, I like peanut butter. Vegan cake. Not bad. And how it works is that once you finish your first 3 slices of cake, take the plate inside, get yourself some more cake. Next up, lemon and elderflower cake. So it's fluffy lemon-soaked sponge with elderflower and lemon mascarpone frosting. This might be my favorite so far. Again, the cakes here are just so light and spongy. And the frosting just tastes like the creamiest, airiest little lemony cloud. I don't usually like lemony cakes. Sometimes I feel like they're too lemony. That one, perfect. Oh, this one might be a little dense here. I can feel the weight. This is a cheesecake crumble. It is a beautiful cake though. That is just the creamiest cheesecake you'll ever have. Sitting on top of a crumbly crust with crumble and fruit on top. It is definitely decadent and rich, but it's also so creamy and addictive. Eating this kind of brings me back when I first moved to New York. I was searching around for the best cheesecake in New York. So for about a week, all I pretty much ate was cheesecake. This next one I'm so excited about. Carrot cake, one of my favorite cakes in the world. And this thing has freshly grated carrots, creamy cinnamon frosting. Yeah, you can see the cinnamon, you can see the bits of carrots. Oh my gosh. This is one light, very cinnamony carrot cake. It's just so incredibly light. Again, you see the pieces of grated carrots in here. Oh, that's good carrot cake. All right, tried everything except for the seasonal flavor. Let's go get a slice of that. Lemon cake is good. The meringue is white, it's shiny, it's smooth, it's fluffy. It tastes like what I imagine a cloud would taste like. In a perfect way to finish off this cake buffet. I think my favorite cake is gonna have to be the lemon elderflower. Very floral. I love the tartness of the lemon. I love the sponginess of the cake. But you're really not gonna go wrong with any cake you find at this place. And lunch brings me to the vibrant Camden Market. This place just started out with a few stalls selling arts and crafts and grew to this. Tons of little shops and food stalls in such a bohemian atmosphere. There's Vietnamese food, there's burgers, there's a wheel of cheese with pasta inside. Pretty much whatever you want to eat, this place probably has it. And I got myself a Yorkshire Burrito. Yorkshire pudding, of course, a classic British food item, usually served with gravy and roast beef. And here is stuffed with stuffing, veggies, tons of shredded beef, a cheese skirt, loads of gravy, and they even give you extra gravy to dump it on if it's not enough. This thing is a loaded mess of a good time. It is absolutely freaking delicious. I mean, just a fallen apart handful of meat, potatoes, and just a wow ton of flavor. There's so much I love about this. The pudding itself's got a beautiful chew. It's soaked up all that delicious juice and gravy. Nice bit of char on the bottom. You bite into it, you get the mushy potato. The meat is melt in your mouth tender. You get a little char from the cheese skirt, refreshing crunch from the greens, and then the gravy just flows and ties everything together. Again, this thing is absolutely loaded, and the beef just the most tender you can find. I love the fact that there's tons of fat and collagen, bits of tendon mixed in with the meat as well. Look at this. Also, if you ever come here, get it with a horseradish sauce. A bit of kick with all the savoriness, and there's really good flavor coming from the stuffing on the bottom as well. This is off the charts delicious, kid you not. So beautiful to look at. And it's easy to eat because they give it to you in just basically this burrito wrap. Walk around the market with it, look at some stalls, eat your burrito. Magical. And definitely pour on the gravy. Absolutely must try. That's really good. Wow. This has some of this cheese wheel pasta. That's excellent. Some say this is the best mac and cheese of their life. I got the Super Mario, which is truffle mac and cheese with mushrooms. I gotta say, this is freaking amazing. This is so good. Oh my gosh. This thing is exactly what the Twilight movie series tastes like. Maximum cheesy. It's so gooey and it's really flavorful cheese. It tastes almost like the cheese used in fondue in Switzerland. I mean, it's so gooey, but at the same time, there's little crunchy fried onions, I think, in here to give it a nice little crunch. The mushrooms are delicious, truffle flavor. Awesome in this. Everything tastes so earthy and rustic. Some fresh herbs in here to kind of freshen things up a little bit. Wow, this is amazing mac and cheese. I don't think I've ever had mac and cheese that didn't kind of grease me out or come too much after the third, fourth bite. This thing I could just keep eating and eating. This might just be the best mac and cheese I've ever had in my life. That's so good. Now for some ramen. First ramen place, I'm here in Soho and I wanted to find some skimmin, and that's what brought me here. Tenmaru. This place is one of the only ramen places around London that serves skimmin. Also, they have mas soba on the menu, so got a bowl of this as well. This is a really solid bowl of mas soba. Fantastically al dente, chewy noodles. Tons of ground meat, scallions, nori, onions, chilies, meaty, savory, rich, and refreshing. And this is what brought me to this place. One of the only places in London that offers skimmin. Cold noodles, nori, slices of chicken scallions, piece of lemon, an entire egg. Same thick, wavy noodles. A lot of sprouts here as well. I think this is pretty darn good. It's a very rich dipping broth. I think they said it contains both chicken and pork. Very rich, very spicy, a lot of flavor. Noodles, beautifully al dente. After you dip the ramen in the broth, the flavor that comes out, it's rich, it's creamy, it's spicy, it's deep, a lot of umami. And the noodles grab onto the broth really well. This is a really, really satisfying bowl of skimmin. Also, usually you just get half an egg. Here, get a whole egg. A beautiful egg it is. Dunk it into the broth. Try a slice of chicken. First time I ever had chicken in my skimmin. Wow, chicken here is really, really good. Very tender slices of chicken. Kind of reminiscent of the Michelin chicken ramen I had in Korea. Very, very good chicken slices. This is an excellent dipping broth for the noodles. Not a lot of skimmin to compare this to in London, but if you are having cravings for a bowl of dip ramen, I highly recommend coming here. I think this is my first time ever trying ramen in London. I don't know how big ramen is in the city, but I got a couple more places in mind I want to check out today. And the next one's gonna be really interesting. This market here is called Mercato Metropolitano. It's a really interesting market where a lot of the vendors focus on organic, locally sourced ingredients. And there's a ramen shop in here that looks really interesting. And they serve a bowl of Impossible ramen. And this is a community-based food market with a focus on sustainability and small-scale artisanal producers. And this market has food from all around the world, and the ingredients, that's the focus. So most stalls use organic, locally sourced ingredients. And this is the dandan noodle. This ramen looks really interesting and kind of complex too. So chili oil, arugula, corn, some peanuts here. The white stuff on top is truffle mayo. Fried onions, a little wedge of lemon. This is so interesting. And noodles underneath. Mix this all up. So some kind of katsu. This is so crazy. So this is a vegan chicken katsu. If you didn't tell me this was not chicken, I wouldn't question you one little bit. This tastes exactly like chicken, and it's fried so well with such a beautiful crunch on the outside. Also, this broth is delicious. It's peanut buttery, it's really spicy. I mean, just a ginormous kick in this ramen. The noodles al dente, it's delicious. I mean, vegan ramen or not, they 100% knocked you out of the park with this in terms of flavor. It's spicy, it's creamy. I couldn't tell 1% there's anything vegan about this. It tastes to me like a rich, creamy broth. Obviously, you don't have the gelatinousy porkiness to it, but it's super delicious. This is a very good bowl of ramen. This is awesome. And I got another bowl, so this is a dry ramen sitting in their Impossible sauce. So again, this is some kind of vegan butter. This is freaking amazing. 10 out of 10. Hatsu again, out of this world. Whatever's inside their Impossible noodle sauce, they say it's over 20 different ingredients. The combination will just make your taste buds so happy. Noodles themselves, so chewy and al dente. The sauce is peanut buttery, it's savory, it's aromatic, good amount of earthy truffle flavor, it's rustic, it's comforting. You do not need meat at all to make these noodles taste good. I mean, some corn in there to give it some extra crunch. The arugula provides a nice refreshing flavor. I absolutely love this. Yeah, the tantan noodle is delicious. They're hot oil spicy. Dry noodle, that's my favorite. Highly recommend. 10 minutes away from the market, another ramen shop I wanted to try, and this place is called Tokoton Ramen. And they serve a classic bowl of miso ramen with a giant slab of char siu on top. I had them add chili oil on this to make it a spicy miso ramen. You don't have to. Oh wow. It's not a really rich broth, but it is a very flavorful one. You taste that nice deep flavor of the pork and chicken. That awesome earthy fermented flavor of the miso. Then straight noodles. That's perfect noodle texture right there. Like right on the bullseye. Beautifully chewy and al dente. Char siu. Tender with good amounts of fat on here. This is a very solid bowl of ramen. I think today was my first time having a traditional bowl of ramen in London, and I don't think I've had ramen in a couple months. And the reason I think I haven't had ramen in a long time is the summer, it's hot, you really don't want ramen. But here in London, it's a brisk 65 degrees outside, you're walking around, you're feeling cool, you want something nice and warm in your stomach, ramen is the perfect choice. And dry ramen is delicious, but you definitely want something hot and soupy. This place cooks up a beautiful bowl of ramen. I think miso is good. Spicy miso, always better. If you do come here, I will recommend adding the hot oil. And speaking of hot oil, my hot oil is available at mikeshotoil.com. I'll put the link down below for you guys. Get a 3-pack, get free shipping. And of course, all the places I went to also listed down below for you. Thank you all so much for watching. Until we eat again, see you later.